Welcome, the Gamer Man's Lounge. Awaken to play.
Hopefully things are going well for you guys. As for me, welcome to a... Forgot what I was gonna do. Well, shit. Anyway, welcome to Video Game Classics. Roll that motherfucking intro. Gaming of today is taking a crap. Might as well step back and go retro. Video game preservation is a big damn deal. All the games you missed out in the past. Let's take a look at all the treasures on carts and discs. Maybe someone will bring them to today for a second chance. But hey, this is Insert Channel Name here, and welcome to the archival of games of the past. Let's go retro with Video Game Classics. Just so you know, I had to go through the mental gymnastics of coming up with this intro. So for crying out loud, please appreciate it. Today in Video Game Classics, we're going to be definitely taking a great look at an example of video games being art. Ladies and gentlemen, I would love to go back to the good old days of 2011 where there was a game that showed up out of the blue on E3 that surprised me. It looked very stunning, looked very beautiful, looked amazing. Gotta get a hold of that. It just looks gorgeous. Drop dead fucking gorgeous. And I checked that game out and man, oh man, it was just a great game. It was just a wonderful... I wanted to know how one day, I want to revisit this game. I want to revisit this wonderful, beautiful game that we know today as El Shaddai. And that got released on PC recently. Sweet. That's right. El Shaddai, Ascension of the Metatron is that artistically beautiful game worth taking a look at. And trust me, it does more than being gorgeous. It has good soundtrack. Actually, I'm spoiling too much, but let's go ahead and talk about El Shaddai, Ascension of the Metatron. We should all come to an agreement that El Shaddai, Ascension of the Metatron is a beautiful game to look at throughout. The game is an action-adventure where you play as Enoch, who must basically journey to Earth and find the 7 fallen angels and return them to heaven. Because guess what? The fallen angels are up to no good and they have lost their fucking minds. If not, God will bring upon the flood and only God knows what that is. Enoch is basically helped most of the time by Lucifer, who happens to look cool, stylish, and has a cell phone for some reason. I don't fucking know how he got a cell phone. But I'm not worried about that. Let's go and adventure into the beautiful, artistically ambitious world of El Shaddai. And yes, it is the big main star of the game. The graphics, the presentation. El Shaddai's graphics look so goddamn beautiful and beautiful to look at throughout. It's like you want to play it on like an IMAX screen. And still, to this day, it looks amazing and beautiful to this day. Everything, the particles, the level design, the character designs, the art style, throughout, it just looks amazing and appealing, and just, holy crap, throughout, it's just astounding. However, the music of the game is just amazingly composed, and yes, it is in combination with the game's great graphics, and yes, the music is just pretty cool. Like, especially when it comes to one of the boss themes that were just really epic as hell and catchy as hell. However, the storytelling of this game and the story is very intriguing and worth checking out. Because really throughout, it just gets you curious, and then there's some twists and turns, and it's like, whoa, this went down, that went down, and then you're kind of like seeing the story to the end, and it's like, you're still like intrigued by how the story unfolds. If we're talking about the adventure gameplay, yes, it does involve a whole lot of platforming, it does involve a whole lot of exploring from left and right, and it does shift from like 3D areas to like 2.5D stuff. But however, there's like hidden items and hidden areas worth checking out. And also there's like a hidden bad ending that I unlocked accidentally, but it kind of acts as like a fake ending. Now let's get right on going to the combat. The combat is simplistic, but however can be intense at times, and yeah, the boss fights are really epic and also intense. So yes, you do get, things get real, and you're gonna be on edge. Enoch has 3 weapons, one being like a saw-looking, quick, light, melee attack-centered weapon. The other weapon is like a projectile-based weapon, and the third one acts like a shield, but does heavy hits when utilized against opponents. So yes, you do have those 3 weapons throughout, but however, they do require you to basically like recharge or purify the weapon, or you can make things quick and then just steal the opponent's weapon and then purify the weapon, thus making things not only kind of quicker, but also having you kind of switching from one weapon to the next weapon, adding in some stylish shenanigans from left and right. The combat is good. It's damn good. Really damn good. Also, the game barely gives you a HUD, but however, checking out how your character is doing is pretty much more simplistic than ever in a visual appeal. As a matter of fact, if you want to see how well your character is doing in health, you can go ahead and check on his armor and see if his armor is nice or a bit cracked or too cracked. Also, Enoch winds up later getting a hold of a ability to engage in like a super mode where when activated, Enoch doubles up in stats, including damage and speed. So yes, the gameplay is basically solid, and of course, having to go through those wonderful, brilliantly designed levels and those beautiful looking graphics throughout, yeah, it's a hell of an adventure when all 3 combine together. The gameplay, the graphics, and the music. However, do I have any gripes with this game? Okay, well, for starters, the voice acting is brilliant. Don't get me wrong, brilliant voice acting throughout. However, the lip syncing it was just more for the Japanese dub compared to the English dub. And you can basically tell. Like, say for example, I ended up seeing Lucifel go up and break the 4th wall and kind of tell me, oh yeah, this game is going to be way shorter if you're good enough. So yeah, it was a 4th wall jab, but in that 4th wall jab, that's where you could see the lip syncing be kind of like more like for, okay, I think I should switch the voice language to Japanese and have the subtitles in English. However, other than that, throughout, I barely ran into any issue with this game whatsoever. I don't remember running into any weird glitches or anything of the sort. I wind up having a good time playing through El Shaddai on PlayStation 3, but however, when the game came out and was remastered for PC, I touched on it and I still had a great time with the PC remaster. El Shaddai is a beautiful game to look at with a great, amazingly orchestrated soundtrack, and of course, with good gameplay, combine them all together and you have a fantastic, interesting, sometimes trippy journey, but however, it's a beautiful looking one throughout, and if you haven't played El Shaddai before, you definitely do want to go ahead and get a hold of El Shaddai. El Shaddai is a game that is definitely worth checking out and having in your library. Don't you love it when video games get artistically ambitious? Oh yeah, that's something we both can agree on, and when it gets artistically ambitious, hell yeah. Look at that beautiful art. Look at the beautiful video game graphics. It's so video games as an art. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that wonderful artistic. El Shaddai's level design. The graphics, everything. God damn that epic ass music. Video games is art. We have to admire video games being art. Artistic video games. Anyway, enough with all the shenanigans. That is all, and I will be looking forward to you in the next video. Peace out. This is nothing but a video product made by a fellow gamer man. Ayo.